Imagine Bolo Yeung facing off against Steven Seagal in a real-world fight. What would happen? You can bet this duel would be absolute chaos. No holding back. So without further delay, let's dive into the action. Bolo stands at 5 feet 6 inches and weighs around 155 pounds. He is equipped with very dense muscles and extraordinary strength. Steven Seagal, the Aikido martial arts icon on screen, stands nearly 6 feet 3 inches tall and weighs over 220 pounds. Big, heavy, and intimidating, yet his movements are calm, like gentle waves.
Now we look to the chin.
In terms of stature, Steven Seagal is clearly superior, but his strength has often been questioned. Meanwhile, Bolo, a former bodybuilder, is undoubtedly equipped with raw power and exceptional toughness. The tricky part is fighting ability itself. Looking at their martial arts background, Steven Seagal might have the edge with his high-level Aikido black belt from Japan. But do you really believe he could throw Bolo Yeung like this in a real fight?
Yep.
Or would Bolo Yeung end up the same way as when Seagal supposedly took down boxing king Mike Tyson? With deadly, intricate techniques, Seagal effortlessly makes his opponent wince in pain. It's a clear demonstration of just how formidable this Aikido master really is. On the other hand, there's Bolo Yeung, known as a walking muscle. This former bodybuilding champion ventured into the film industry and immediately caught attention with his roles as brutal antagonists. His fame skyrocketed after appearing in Enter the Dragon alongside Bruce Lee in 1973. Bolo is known for a fighting style that relies on raw power, hard punches, strong kicks, and an extremely intimidating aura. His muscular physique is his main weapon, often leaving opponents helpless in the ring. Before fighting Steven Seagal, Bolo already had experience defeating opponents who were much larger in size. When comparing Bolo Yeung and Steven Seagal, we see two different approaches to martial arts. Kung Fu versus Aikido, each with its own strengths and strategies. The fight between a Kung Fu master and an Aikido master here can give an idea of what it might look like if Bolo Yeung and Steven Seagal faced each other. Even using only one hand, the Aikido master was able to trouble the MMA fighter. He could even keep up when they engaged in a clinch. He even managed to lay the MMA fighter on the floor. Not stopping there, the Aikido master continued to dominate when they moved into a ground fighting scenario.
Yosh!
When it comes to martial arts skills, Seagal certainly stands out. Born and raised in the United States, Seagal once lived in and taught Aikido in Japan, making him one of the first Westerners to open a dojo in the birthplace of this martial art. Aikido is not an art meant for striking first, but in Seagal's hands, throws, joint locks, and body control can become weapons that look extremely deadly.
Aikido and other martial arts. Notice that the master is merely defending himself, turning aside his attackers while exerting very little counterforce of his own.
On the other hand, Kung Fu, a term referring to Chinese martial arts, encompasses a wide variety of styles and techniques, known for its flowing movements, powerful strikes, and intricate forms. Kung Fu combines agility, strength, and precision. It also emphasizes adaptability and versatility, allowing practitioners to respond to a variety of fighting scenarios. A fight between the two would depend on distance and rhythm. Aikido excels if it can catch the opponent's momentum and apply a lock at the right moment. 1 second too late and Kung Fu could be locked and thrown. But 1 second too early, Aikido could lose control. As you can see in the following video, in close-range fighting, the Kung Fu master immediately presses forward with rapid punches, making it difficult for Aikido to find space to redirect the movements. However, if Kung Fu fails to maintain balance or becomes too aggressive, an experienced Aikido practitioner can use that force to throw or apply a lock. Developed by Morihei Ueshiba, Aikido is not a fighting art meant to injure, but to harmonize. Its main principle is to use the opponent's energy to bring them down. Every Aikido movement is soft, yet deadly when executed with precision. For an Aikido practitioner, an attack is not a threat, but energy ready to be redirected. But Kung Fu practitioners can challenge Aikido with a combination of continuous kicks and punches. Unlike Aikido, Kung Fu attacks, presses, and deceives. Each style carries its own story and strategy.